We don't want to be normal. I mean, that's the whole idea behind the whole thing, is that we want to get away from the mainstream of listening to your radio and hearing the same thing and living the same way and being the same way as everybody else is, which is so boring.
Best shows by far ever of a local band at the Antenna Club, fucking Modifiers.
I've been named to answer to Milford.
I was like, what in the hell is a Milford? And who is this guy?
When I met Milford, he was a roaming troubadour in Overland Park doing spare change with a little fringed jacket.
He was wearing his cowboy hat,
a box guitar, and a
big old weird belt buckle.
Some cowboy boots looked like they came out of a Goodwill box.
So I was going, this guy's a strange character.
Yeah, and his Zapata stash. And he was pretty downright scary. Gritty and nasty. You know, Milford used to swear, you know, don't wash, don't bathe. The chicks love you, and it's just, you know, it's more real.
Milford was using the rock and roll band as a vehicle for his performance art because he was a character actor in a way.
And his partner in crime was Bob Holmes, probably one of the best guitar players this town has ever produced.
Bob was put on the earth to play guitar.
It's like the perfect storm coming together. Individually, they're great players, but when those two people get together, it emerges as a third personality.
I'll never forget him, Milford, Bob, Jamie, the revolving door of guitars.
And I sat in with the Modifiers many a gig when their bass players passed out or didn't show up or whatever.
How many times would you estimate that my father quit the Modifiers?
10.
10?
For a while, there'd be rotating members. You know, Doug Easley would play guitar sometimes.
All the bands I played in were sort of the weirder.
And I used to always introduce them. Ladies and gentlemen, the most hated band in Memphis. I hate them, and I'm sure you'll hate them too. The Modifiers.
Okay, why do you come to Antenna?
Because the bands here are the most diversified of any bands anywhere else in town. There's more variety. There's all types of rock and roll. There's new rock and roll, the Blitz music. There's new wave. There's old style 50s rock and roll. There's 60s English rock and roll.
What do you think about the crowds at Antenna?
They're as diversified as the music is.
Thank you very much. Now we've come to our favorite part of the show, the country part.
The Modifiers were doing punked out country music well before it was a trend elsewhere.
No. Name of this song's Rowena. These streets alone with a headphone. Smiles at every car that passes her by. In the headlight, I turned my head slowly and started to cry. Louise in the bar with her man right. She walked arm in arm through the front door. Louise in the bar with her man right. The doctor makes me feel like she's a
The Modifiers had a chance to go to Los Angeles in the summer of '83. I was playing with them at the time. There was talk of maybe getting a record deal.
Here's what still blows my mind to this day. Like, you guys move out to LA, with just the three of you. No record deal or anything. So you had been in LA how long before you had got Durf Scratch from Fear and John Densmore from The Doors to play in your band?
Couple weeks.
Couple of weeks. And John Densmore actually played a show with the Modifiers here at the Antenna.
I remember Durf specifically saying I could not drink alcohol for the gig or else I'd fuck up this big show. I had the job of picking up John Densmore from the hotel, and when I picked him up and told him that Durf told me not to drink, the first thing he wanted to do was stop at a bar and get me drunk.
Opportunities, but we blew a lot of them ourselves. It was a lot of our own fault. You know, it was kind of a big deal. We were going to meet with this big record executive, but we got to act, don't be like you are. We're just like, hell, I'd just assume, sign with a little time label or something, or, just wait. So we never even met with them.
Memphis has a history of bands that got right to the point of making it, and then something either happened, trends changed, one of the members went crazy.
Man, this town's too funky, it's too uncontrollable, it's a freaking jungle.